everyone, my name is Kimberley Woods, going to Tokyo next year, Jaffa ambassador, and this is the Jaffa Duck Q&A. Thank you to everyone who posted some questions for me. Hope you enjoy. So my most memorable race is, I'd probably say, Prague in 2017. It was a normal World Cup. I won the C1, which was really cool because I was reigning European champion that year. Coming off, that was actually my third race win on the trot, so it was really cool. And then the next day, I'd won a silver medal in kayak, and that was my first and only so far kayak senior medal, and it was 0.24 behind that Olympic champion from the year before, so that was pretty cool. I'd say my most favourite sports person, I'd probably stick with my own sport and say Jessica Fox. She's so consistent, from such a young age. She's such a great role model for the sport, and she's such a huge, celebrity in Australia because of her success, and she's really humble and everything. But it was really hard to pinpoint down anyone from Team GB because there are so many great sports people. So the best meal I cook, I'd say I'm a pretty good cook actually, but I think the favourite thing I like making is cosy chicken dumplings. It's just so nice, on a cold day in the winter, you come home from work or training or something, you've got that there sitting. You can put it in a slow cooker or just do it from scratch, and yeah, it's probably the best one I do because it's so tasty.
Is that your own recipe or is that something you found online?
That is something I found online. I think it's called Tasty, which is easy to remember, but I did steal it from someone. I think I prefer late night training because it's really cool to have the floodlights on and stuff, especially in the winter here, and they've got the late night sessions. It's really cool. But I do like early mornings because then you've got the rest of the day to do whatever. But I'd definitely say late training sessions are better. Okay. My favourite way to relax is just chilling in bed, watching my favourite TV series, Supernatural. I'm obsessed with it. And just hanging out with friends, doing chilled stuff, and sightseeing in London every now and then. It's actually quite similar when we're away. We sit in our rooms. If it's too hot, I don't like going outside or sunbathing too much, so stay inside, watch our favourite TV programme, or wherever we are, like Krakow or Prague, for example. We just go out and sightsee, because even though we go there almost every year, it's nice to be refreshed by the beautiful sights. Everything excites me about the Olympics next year. The build-up, we're quite lucky that we get to keep our spots for the games, and having an even longer build-up to the games itself will be huge. And I think the one thing I'm really looking forward to is the food hall post-racing, because the amount of options that you've got is unreal, and I can't wait to indulge in a bit of food and being able to relax as well. I'm still going to have to be pretty strict prior to racing. Yeah, I remember going in 2016 and being at the food hall and being next to huge basketball players and then the tiny gymnasts, and it was really cool, and to know that I'm going to be part of the one team of Team GB amongst the Team GB athletes like Tom Daly, Max Whitlock and things like that, and being able to be as a team with those guys rather than just different sports is really cool. all this time now building up to the games, we have a lot of time to prepare. We can like really dig into the physical stuff, and that's probably the one that's making the most difference. So hopefully I'll be a lot stronger and a lot fitter than I already am. So the way I've adapted is just doing a lot more physical stuff on the flat water, which kind of came in very well into lockdown when we weren't allowed to train on the white water. Yes! Number 6. I think the best advice would be to just go to your local canoe club or come here to the Lee Valley Whitewater Centre or any national water sports centre and just get in a boat, go kayaking. It's really easy to do, to get involved in, and I see people joining clubs and like getting on the water and just really enjoying themselves, and not to take it too seriously. I think I got into it because my grandparents, my auntie used to compete internationally, and she'd won a medal at the 1994 Junior Worlds in America. She won a silver medal, which was really cool, and I watched one of her recordings when I was little, and I just got so inspired. I said I really want to get into the boat. I really wanted to try it, and then as soon as you could swim, we'll get you into a boat. And I learned to swim, got into a boat, and just was hooked by the feeling of being on top of the water and being in control of something that I couldn't control. My favourite Jaffa product is probably the oranges, because I've only tried the oranges, but it's really cool to see that they've got different flavours of like grapes and things like that, and I really want to try it. I've never been able to actually look for it, so I really want to try it, but it has to be the orange. Easy peasy. So I started paddling in 2004. I first joined Rugby Canoe Club in April 2004. So I was just basic skills in the swimming pool, and then out onto a local lake, drink hot water, and just building up the skills, getting like the 1-star and 2-stars. And from there we kind of went, oh, let's jump into a boat, like a slalom boat, and I loved it. And my first race I did at the end of 2005 or the beginning, and I'd won, mainly because I was the only person there, but I didn't care so much because I just loved being in a boat and going in and out of gates. I thought it was really cool because it was really different.